Sawadee Kop! Welcome to Break Time with Monte. Today's story, tourism recovery, up 16%. 1 year after the Bangkok shutdown protests, tourists have flocked back to Thailand, with arrivals in January jumping 16.3% despite a 46% plunge in Russian visitors. January tourism jumps 16% despite Russian market collapse. A year after the Bangkok shutdown, tourists have flocked back to Thailand, with arrivals in January jumping 16.3% despite a 46% plunge in Russian visitors. Statistics released by the Department of Tourism this week showed 2.65 million international tourists arrived in the kingdom during January, up from 2.28 million in January 2014, when the People's Democratic Reform Committee, PDRC, mobilized often violent street protests across Bangkok. More than just a rebound from last year's protest-marred high season, this January's tourist numbers have also surpassed the 2.31 million tourists who arrived in January 2013. Tourism Department records showed. The gains came despite a tremendous drop in arrivals from Russia, where a historic drop in value of the Russian currency, the ruble, has forced most international travelers to stay home. Arrivals from Russia plummeted 45.97% to 145,605 visitors in January, down from 269,479 in the same month last year. The huge drop followed year-on declines of approximately 27%, 23%, and 21% in the previous months, respectively. What Thailand lost in Russian visitors, it more than made up with in Chinese visitors, however. Following December's 86.5% year-on-year increase in arrivals from China, tourists from China soared 56.96% in January to 560,399 arrivals. Visitors from ASEAN also jumped up 49.3% year-on-year to 622,277 ASEAN tourists, had increased only 12% in December and just 9% for all of 2014. Thailand also saw big rebounds from markets that shunned the country for all of last year. Hong Kong arrivals rocketed ahead 83.9% year-on-year in January, while Taiwanese travelers jumped 53.9%. Arrivals from those two countries had tumbled 18% and 22%, respectively, for the full year of 2014. Even Japan, one of the few markets that declined December, finally turned positive in January, up 5.8%. European tourism, however, continues to struggle, down by Russia. Overall European arrivals fell 14.3% in January, from a year earlier. Spain 8.1%, Italy 11.3% marked the only solid increases, while important markets like the United Kingdom down 0.5% and Germany up 0.6% continued to flounder. Elsewhere, Indian arrivals returned to strong growth, up 16.6%, and tourists from the Middle East surged 31.1%, led by a 114% increase from the United Arab Emirates, which sent 7,361 travelers to Thailand in the month. Now, today's vocabulary. Approximately, approximately. Arrival, arrival. Collapse, collapse. Decline, decline. Despite, despite. Direction, direction. Drag, drag. Flock, flock. Flounder, flounder. High season, high season. Historic, historic. Huge, huge. International, international. Made up, made up. Mar, mar. Mark, mark. Mobilize, mobilize. Overall, overall. PDRC, PDRC. Plunge, plunge. Positive, positive. Protest, protest. Rebound, rebound. Record, record. Respectively, respectively. Rocket, rocket. Shut down, shut down. Soar, soar. Solid, solid. Statistics, statistics. Struggle, struggle. Surpass, surpass. Tremendous, tremendous. Tremendous, tremendous. Tumble, tumble. Turned, turned. Value, value. Violent, violent. Visitor, visitor. Year on year, year on year. That's today's story and vocabulary. You have a great day. I'll see you next time here on Break Time with Monte.